Okay, let's try again. If it lets us, let's go into Leipzig. There we are. And we're going to fly a 737 from Leipzig to Tel Aviv. If we can find it. Should be able to find it, Tel Aviv. We've not been there before. There we go, Tel Aviv. Should have enough fuel in it. Have a look at that in a second. If this gives me an error, I'm going to throw my controller out of the house. Let's see. Right, let's have a look. Accept. Let's see if we get the avionics issue that we had a minute ago. And see if we can get past this screen, which we couldn't do a minute ago. Anyway. It's a new stream. Let's relax. Let's not get baited by it. This is where we had the issue, right here. So we have an avionics failure probably, and then it won't load. Let's have a look. Okay, it's looking good so far. Am I speaking too soon? No, it's looking good so far. No avionics issue. Come on, load me in. Please load me in. It's loaded me in. Get on. There we go. We've already got further than we did in the last flight. Boop, boop. Big glitch on the walk though, but we're here. So let's have a look. And we've got our systems ish. He's not square edge, but we haven't got any overhead consoles. Oh, there we are. Right, we're in. Cool. Let's see if we can get the passengers loaded. Okay, so this is looking good.
Salvatore from your flight staff. We're ready to begin boarding. Waiting for your signal.
Perfect. Okay, so the first thing I'll do is get the passengers on, and we'll get our APU on. So center pump's going first, and then we'll load the APU there. Whilst that's doing that, we can have a look at some of our systems up here, and we can test them. Leading edge flaps and slats, we can set our navs to align as we come down. We're going to check the alternate flaps are off, your damper to on. Make sure that the VHF and the IRS set to normal and the FMC set to normal. The display sources auto control panel normal, coming back down. Fuel pumps, we'll leave the fuel pumps off until we start the engines, but the center ones are on for the APU. Coming down this side, happy with the panel. We'll turn on the cabin utilities and IFE passenger seats on now. It's just a power source that. Ground power is available. We're not going to use that. We're going to use the APU. Generators are off because we have no engines running. And then because we're about to put the APU on, we're going to get our position lights on steady. Coming up here, surface interphone is on. Dome light is off. Current cooling is set to normal. Motor exit lights is on and guard down. We'll turn the no smoking lights to on and the fasten seatbelts to auto. APU should be ready in just a sec, so we'll just wait until we carry on. We'll get a green available. There we go. It's here. Sorry, I don't know why I pointed down there. APU is now online. Coming down this side, window heat is set to off, probe heat is set to auto. We'll do the tap test, not that we see anything on here. Wing anti-ice and engine anti-ice to off. We'll turn on the electric hydraulic pumps and we'll test the CVR. Coming back down, voice recorder is set to auto. We'll turn the recirculation fans to off. We'll turn the packs to off. We'll turn the isolation valve to auto. And we'll set the APU bleed to on. Check our flight plan. And we're going to fly to Tel Aviv. I reckon at flight roll 350 today. Yep, there we go, 350. Send that to ATC. And we'll set our flight altitude to 350. Everything else looks good. Okay, setting up our EFIS panel in just a second. First of all, we'll cancel that master caution. And we'll set up the EFIS panel in just a second, but we'll make sure that our normal switch is all set. We're going to go for hectopascals, and we'll set the traffic on shortly. We'll get our ATIS very shortly as well. Flight directors will turn on now. We won't use them until after takeoff though. I'll set them to hectopascals as well. Come back down here. I'll tell we. Right, that's fine. We can test our overheats as well. Forgot to do that. There you are. Cool. And then coming down here, we're going to test our other warning lights and displays. That's 1 and 2. And test the lights. Perfect. Coming across, nothing down there. We haven't got the GPWS working on this for the test. At least I've never got them to work anyway. And we'll set this nice and early. We'll set the anti-skid to rejected takeoff. We'll check to make sure that the flaps and landing gear are as reflected here. So landing gear is currently down 3 green. So we've got flaps there at 0, flaps lever at 0. Coming across here, there's our GPWS test switch. Nothing does it. Nothing works. And then coming back down here, we're going to check that our cut-off switches are down. We'll do the APU and fire tests. Get the bell. Extinguisher. Cool. And we'll just make sure overheat detection is set to normal, which it is. Cargo test. Good. And then coming down, checking our panels. Panels look fine with VHF1 selected to the tower. Coming back down here, we're going to leave all of this off for a minute. We'll turn the transponder onto auto. And we'll change the code very shortly. We'll keep the weather radar on test for a moment. We are going to move that shortly. And we'll make sure no one get into the cockpit. Okay, happy with that. I'm going to get the baggage on board now. And then whilst that's happening,
Captain.
perfect. We're going to go through this. We'll go through the setup of the FMC. So AIRAC, confirm the AIRAC. Okay, reference airport at the moment. I can't remember what that is. The ICAO, let's get that. EDDP. Let's get the catering on in just a second as well. EDDP. Right, catering please.
Leipzig ground, Boeing Sierra Alpha, Quebec 188.
Perfect. Our IRS is aligned as well, so we'll go and turn them off in a minute. We're on to
Boeing Sierra Alpha, Quebec 188. The catering truck is on the road.
Perfect. Okay, so here we go. Departing runway 26 left. We knew that anyway, but we'll set this to 260. Perfect. Cool. Okay, don't need to request a flight plan, we've already got one in. Performance. Okay, 0 fuel weight. Go for reserves of 5. Cost index of 10. And we're going to climb and maintain 350. Transition altitude is 6,000. Perfect. M1 limits, we're going to do it at 28k and climb profiles. Takeoffs, we're going to go flaps 5. And our speed's verified. V2 is 141. I'll have that up here. Cool. And we'll come down again. Okay, runway wind.
Luggage loading now complete.
Is 040150. Zero, zero, 4. We'll get IFR clearance in just a second. Dry, yeah, fine. We'll go back. Make sure we've still got 141 in here. Yes, we have. Cool. So our flight number. The VNAV set 350. That's fine. We'll set our climb to 240. Oh, it's got it there. That's fine. Ideal. Plenty of fuel when we get on to into Tel Aviv as well. We are looking good, so let's go on to our performance page. Right, we're ready for IFR clearance. Let's make sure that we are on that the SID that it tells us to do.
Leipzig ground. Boeing Sierra Alpha
DRN
Quebec
2 Sierra.
188 ready to copy IFR clearance to Ben Gurion.
Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec
Yep,
188
got that one.
is
26
cleared
left.
to Ben
That's
Gurion
fine.
Airport via the Delta Romeo November 2 Sierra departure, runway 26 left. Climb via SID, maintain flight level tree 50. Departure frequency is 125.8, squawk 4557.
Okay, happy with that.
Cleared to Ben Gurion via the Delta Romeo November 2 Sierra departure, runway 26 left. Climb via SID, maintain
Okay, we'll do the takeoff
flight
config
level
in just a
tree
second.
50. Departure frequency is 125.8, squawk 4557. Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 188.
Boeing Sierra Alpha
Okay, takeoff
Quebec
config check.
188. Read back correct. Contact ground on 121.805. Good day.
There we go. Okay, happy. Let's do our pushback.
Leipzig ground. Boeing
This way it messed up the
Sierra Alpha
graphics
Quebec 188, requesting pushback.
when it takes all this away. There we go.
Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 188. Pushback request accepted.
It's definitely going to upset the graphics. Told you, but it will quickly recover.
Captain.
There we go. Let these load up. Standard
You are cleared to start
PS5
engines.
version of the 737. After you go outside, it always does this. So we just give it a
Boeing
second
Sierra
and it will
Alpha
catch up.
Quebec 188. You are not cleared to take off.
I've literally not taken off. I'm still on the stand. Wait for the graphics to catch up, which I should do soon. Come on.
Pushback complete, Captain.
Okay, brakes are on. Hopefully this gives us the ability now to have the graphics catch up. Come on. Do you know what I love though is every PS5 user in the world can relate to this issue. Right, so if he goes away, hopefully that will clear up some of the graphics and the resources for me to actually have a panel. So what happens if I load in here? Come on. Usually it doesn't take this long. We'll just wait for it and see if it sorts itself out. Come on. Come on, please. Hurry up. Let's try to see if this gives us a reset. No, just makes it worse. Brilliant. Usually kicks into gear. Mr. Square Wheels. There you go, they're catching up. Come on, turn around. Go circular for me. If it goes circular, it means we're doing alright. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Right, now we can start the start procedure. So let's get these to nav. Fuel to on. And the collision light to on. Okay, didn't do this test earlier on, better do it now. Cool. Okay, let's start the engines up. Okay. Start number 2. Get to 20% N2. There we go, 20%. Fuel system on. Now we'll set the cut-off switches to idle. There we go, we've got ignition. We have ignition. go. Okay, number 2 generator is ready now. We're just waiting for the oil pressure and everything to go out. And the starter valve to close. There we go. Oil pressure's good. Oil temperature's good. Vibration's fine. There we go. Put number 2 generator on. Let's start number 1. We'll keep APU bleed on for a minute. As we start number 1 engine. There we go. And once we've got that started, what we'll do now is just set our trim. Trim set to 4.25. I guess about right. Yeah, that's looking good. Wait for that engine to start up as well. Or finish starting up. There we are, perfect. Okay, and generator on. APU to off. Packs auto. And recirculation fans to auto as well. There we go, isolation valves auto. And 1 and 2 engine bleeds on with APU bleed off. Okay, no need for the probe heat, that's on auto, and window heat not required. Perfect. Okay, taxi lights to on. Cool, let's go.
Leipzig ground.
Okay, flaps 5.
Sierra Alpha Quebec 188 with Golf, ready to taxi IFR.
Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 188. Taxi to and hold short of runway 26 left
Okay, flight control check.
taxiway Zulu
Full
4
forward,
decimal 3
full
Victor
left,
Sierra 10.
full left,
Contact
full right,
tower on
full
121
right rudder,
decimal 105 when
full
ready.
left rudder. Check speed brakes. Speed brakes good. Okay, back to armed. Confirm.
Taxiing. Hold short runway 26 left via taxiway Zulu 4 decimal 3 Victor Sierra 10. Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 188.
Okay, set to 40 N2, sorry N1. 40%, that'll get us moving. There you are.
Guests, our captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please stow your hand luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead compartment. Make sure your seat back and folding trays are in full upright position. If you're seated near an emergency exit, carefully read the special instructions card located by your seat. A reminder that this is a non-smoking flight, including the lavatories. If you have any questions, feel free to ask one of our attendants. Thank you. Please pay attention as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. Guests, hear the safety procedures. There are designated emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you, including behind you. Count the number of rows to this exit. Should the cabin experience a sudden loss of pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this. Pull the strap to tighten it. If you're traveling with children, make sure to secure your own mask before helping your children. In the unlikely event of an emergency, leave your carry-on items behind. Life rafts are located below your seats. Emergency lighting will lead you to your closest exit and slide. Now, make sure that all hand luggage is stowed away safely. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety data card in your seat pocket.
Cool. Okay, getting up to the line now. I'll do a before takeoff checklist as well. As we look to depart from Leipzig Airport, we'll just get my checklist up. Just give me a sec once we turn this beauty around. And we'll hold short here as well. Okay, before we call for departure, we'll get everything set up. Okay, parking brake on. Taxi lights off, land lights on. Packs are set to auto. Strobe on. Engines to continuous. Coming down here to our weather radar, we'll turn that on now. And we'll turn on our transponder to TARA, turn it on. To normal, auto. Good, perfect. Okay. I've got my before takeoff checklist here, hopefully. Yes, I have. So generators are on, APU is off, start switches are continuous, ProP is on auto, anti-IFR is off and not required, air conditioning packs are auto, bleeds are on, flaps are 5 required, 5 selected, green light, stabilizer trim 4.2 units required and set, start levers are idle, D10, flight controls have been checked and recall has been checked as well. So actually I didn't do the recall, let's have a quick look. Cool. Okay, happy with that. Let's very quickly set the mandatory requirements, which are terrain and airport, terrain, airport, and we'll set our traffic to on as well. Auto throttle on, flight directors are on, we're ready to go. So that's our before takeoff checklist complete. We'll line up now.
Leipzig Tower, Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 188 ready for IFR departure. Runway 26 left.
Bit of a crosswind by the look of it.
Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 188, QNH
1014.
1014. Cleared for takeoff, runway 26 left.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 26 left. Boeing Sierra Alpha.
Now we'll make sure we set this one as well. Cool.
Guests, please fasten your
Here we go.
seatbelts and secure all baggage underneath your seat or in the overhead compartments. Place your seats and table trays in the upright position. Turn off all personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones, and prepare for takeoff.
Get ourselves lined up, then we'll go full throttle. It didn't warn us about the wind, but we do have a crosswind here. So we turn onto the runway, so we are going to have our stick fully forward to 80 knots with a little bit of left yaw into it, and a little bit of left aileron, shall I say. We'll counter that with the right yaw. Okay, let's get to the centre of the runway. Perfect. Okay, cancel. Something's not quite set right. So I'll quickly stop. Let's check very quickly why that was off. Auto brake, RTO, speed brakes are armed. Flaps are at 5, trim set. I don't understand why that's going off. Everything's set. Why is that going off? Why is that going off? Why is that going off? There shouldn't be any reason for that to go off. It's still going off. Let's quickly find out why that is. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Dander gears down. The trim's in the green. Speed brake is armed. Rejected takeoff is selected. Why is that going off? Let's have a quick look. Should not be going off with everything that I've done. Continuous, yeah, auto brake selected, RTO, runway turn flights off, strobes are on, land lights are on, TCAS TA, RA, runway set, VNAV's armed, LNAV's armed. Flaps are set to take off, runway turn flights is required, auto throttle's armed. Why is that going off? Auto throttle's on. I think that's a glitch because everything that I should have set is set. 5, landing gears down, rejected takeoff set, idle, everything's set right. I think that's a glitch. That's set to 5. It's gotta be. That's gotta be a glitch. Okay, we'll just wait for these maps to come back on. My assumption is that is a glitch because everything that I need to set, I've got set. Let's check the recall again. So that alarm, I can't work out why it is, but we're gonna go. What's it saying? Take off config. I've got everything set. I don't know. I've checked everything. We'll just carry on. I'll work it out in a minute. See if it's something that I did. Okay, happy with that. Let's go. Okay, gear up. I think it was trim, you know. Wonder if it was the trim. Everything was set right, but that trim was set a little bit odd.
Boeing Sierra Alpha.
Going to 125.8. Boeing
There's
Sierra
the weather
Alpha
radar on.
Quebec 188. Berlin Center. Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 188.
Okay, here we
is
go.
passing
Keep flying this. This is
1700
good.
climbing flight level tree 50.
And we'll get ready to turn left in just a second.
Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 188. Berlin
A little bit windy up here. What have we got here? Nearly 10 knots. There we are.
Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 188. Keep speed not above 230 knots.
Okay. Happy. RTO there. Speed brakes can go back in.
Not above 230
Okay, flaps going up to 1. Continue the climb. And then we're going to start our turn to the left now. Okay, flaps are up as we leave Leipzig, and now we'll continue our cruise. We'll fly this ourselves up to the cruise. As we come around now, continuing to climb. We're nearly at the transition level, so we'll switch to standard in just a sec. And we'll continue that climb round. 30 degrees max angle of bank. Sorry, 30 degrees, yeah, max angle of bank. There we are. And we'll start to level off now into the climb. As we say goodbye to Leipzig. And we'll get back on track now. A little bit further. There we go. Okay, after takeoff checklist, our APU bleeds are on. Sorry, our engine bleeds are on. Our packs are on, our air landing gear is up, and our flaps are up with negative green light. Now, what I'm going to do slowly now is just pull back on the engines, and we'll relax this rate of climb. There we go. There's the little bit of porpoising. There we are. And now that we're above the transition level, we'll set IFR into standard. Okay, so that's the departure done. We're now at 10,000 feet. We'll turn off the landing lights. And we'll now also give the autopilot something to do. LNAV, VNAV, Command A. And there we go. So as you can see, we didn't have to put us on track by much, so that's a pretty good manual departure. We've lost the IRS, we'll just hold and wait to see if that recovers. We've lost it on both sides, it should recover. Hopefully it recovers. Let's see. There we go, it's back. Okay, happy. Okay, let's get information in here, shall we? So we're going to be landing at Tel Aviv. What runway do we say we're going to be landing on? So we're going to be landing on runway 30. So we'll go into the charts and we'll get 30. And let's get its frequencies and let's get its information. So once it loads up. Here we go. So runway 30. So the course is going to be 296 degrees, and we have got an altitude restriction here, as you can see. So it's obviously, as you can see here, it's going to be there's quite a bit of terrain around it. You can see our descent profile here. So rev dose 5,000, 4,000, 4,000, 37. So it's quite precise. So what I'll do is we'll fly that manually anyway, depending on where the skip descent brings us. We are going to need a 296 degree course. And our ILS frequency is 111.9. Got a bit of glare. Better check that. There we go, we're in a turn. I thought it was me then. One 1960. It's not letting me set that just yet. Let me just check. Was it 11960 or 111? 11190. 111. Okay. Clear that. 11190. Perfect. So that's the ILS set up now. My navigation is off a little bit. Why is that off? Have I set my bank limiter? No, the bank limiter is not set. It's just a bit sluggish. Considering that I've put 30 degrees maximum, this is only going at 10 degrees. Let's give it a reset. There we go. It just needed a bit of a reset. That's fine. That's better. That's what I expected. Not quite sure why it behaved like that, but okay. Cool. So anyway, let's carry on looking at this approach. So we're going to be coming up from, what arrival are we doing? A direct approach, okay, via Mosh. I'm not too sure. Let's have a look at what we can do. Arrival, have we got a Mosh? No. Let's have a look at these. No, I don't want that one. I want one that's coming from the northeast. Here we go. This is the one we want. So I want the Amos 1 Alpha arrival. So Amos 1 Alpha arrival we're going to program for. Oh, it's not letting us. Let's have a look where that takes us. Oh, it's not letting me release. There we go. Not quite a fan of that arrival. Then Annette, let's have a look at that one. Not happy with that one either. Or that one. Okay, we'll go for that one. Let's just check and make sure we're happy with it. No, I'm not quite happy with that.
Captain, we've just passed 18,000 feet, so
Yeah,
don't forget to
I've
switch
already
the
done it.
altimeter to standard.
I don't want that one. I don't want that arrival. I don't want that arrival. Why is it only giving me that arrival? I don't want that arrival. So it's not very good, that, because the one that I want, let's just do the direct, because the arrival that I want isn't listed on here. Yeah, I've got it right in front of me. So this is the arrival I want. I want to do the Amos. I want to do this one here, the Amos 1 Alpha. It's not set me up for it. What's it got me doing? The 2 Echo. Erez, can I do that? Let's have a look. Add arrival. No, I can't even do the Erez. We can do this arrival, this is fine how we've got it planned. We'll just leave it at that for a minute. I'm not too keen on that, but never mind. 30. What are these ones like? No, I don't want that either. So at the moment we're planned for this. We'll just do this via the BG 304. Let me just make sure I've got that on my flight plan. BG 304. Nope, that's not on there either. This is not looking good. What we can do is we can add these in. If the first point is Mosh, do I have that on here? No, I don't. Yes, I do, Mosh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to program this approach in myself. BG 304. So after, let's have a look. Legs. After Orvim. Where's Orvim? That's Orvim there. Is that Orvim? Yeah. So I'm going to add these myself. So to do this, because I'm not happy with that there, we're going to come in and we're going to use the FMC here now, and we'll do it properly. So we are going to go we'll put this up here. There we go. I want BG 304, BG 304. There we go. And then after that, I want BG 303, BG, I can't believe that this sim doesn't do this for me, 303, and I'm going to check to make sure the altitudes are aligned. So if you have a look here, I expect that to be 6,000, or is it going to want me to do it? We'll work that out in a minute. BG 302, there you go, 3,200, but that's wrong, so we'll set that in a minute. BG 301, BG 301 there, and then if you have a look here, GITE we go to, GITAY, GITE, and then SHIRA, 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 and after Shira it's Rosso, there. Right. Let me just see what that let's have a look at these. It's going to be 32, so it's going to be, oh, I don't know. Let's have a look, see if I can find one. Rosso. Let's find Rosso. $3153, so that's the right one there. Perfect. Okay, so this is how we're putting in a flight plan manually, basically. And then what I want to do is get that back up and get the altitude restriction, and we'll put the altitude restrictions in ourselves. So approach for runway 30. So is there a speed restriction here? No speed restrictions by the look of it. Okay, cool. Maximum 220 knots, so our maximum. Okay, so max 220 knots, which is fine. Okay, so let's quickly tune in and put these in, because it's quite important. So at all of them will be. Hang on a second. Let me just do this bit. Okay, so by all of them, we need to be at 6,000.
Prague Center, Boeing 232 Romeo is at flight level 255,
Uh-oh.
climbing flight level 350.
Okay, we'll let the memory sort itself out. It didn't like that.
Prague Center, radar contact continue.
PS5 graphics. And now I've got the porpoise, which is brilliant. I don't know why it's doing that. PlayStation is class, by the way. Why is it doing that? Usually it does that if I sped it up. 1, 2. Why is it doing that? Okay, let's take over. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Right, let me try and there you go, my screen's come back on now. Right. There we go, as the avionics gets itself sorted. Right. There we go. Let's get that back on. Get that back on. Get that back on. Let's get flight level change on. There we go. Let's get it climbing. I don't need it to go that way. Thank you, autopilot. The autopilot doesn't seem to be wanting to work. Okay, now VNav. Right, while that's doing that, let's see if we can put in our flight plan again. It's just deleted everything that we wanted to do. It's just deleted everything that we wanted to do. I hate this game. Whatever, let's just put that in there. Starting to really get close to giving up with this. That weather's honking. Nearly there. Do 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 do. Right, it's kind of off track, so we'll sort out our LNAV. And kick it back into shape if it wants to do it. It doesn't seem to want to do it, so let's heading select, LNAV, heading select off. Let's see if that does it. The autopilot isn't working very well on this at the moment. It's a little bit poorly, I think. So it should be flying along that track and it's missed it. And you see the flight director's telling me that I need to be on that side. So the 737 at the moment in this sim at this time is poorly. It's just taken us ages to load up into it, and now it's not following the LNAV path. So select head and select again. We'll get it onto the path ourselves, and we'll hope that it takes it on. There we go. So the heading select is working, it's just the LNAV that's not working. So if I turn the head and select off now and click LNAV, hopefully it'll follow that path. Let's have a look, see if it follows it. It's not wanting to turn yet. I'd expect it to turn now. It's getting across it, isn't it? Let's have a look. Where are we headed to? Let's go there. Execute. VNav is playing up. 3, 5, 0. There. Execute. Let's see what's happening here. So it would appear that it doesn't want to work. There's no way it should be turning around like this. So let's go to what's that? DOHE. Shouldn't be doing that. Legs. It should be going to here. There we go. So that crash that we had earlier on is really affecting us at the moment. There we go. We're nearly at 35,000 feet. And as we get up to 35,000 feet, we'll get ready to skip to descent. Nearly there, 700 feet to go. It's reset all of my switches as well, look. Okay, I'll get the land lights on ready. Nearly at 35,000. Once we're up there, we'll skip to the descent and get the approach nailed. And we'll make sure that our ILS 111.90 is set. We're not going to do an ILS landing, but we'll use the ILS to help us and guide us. Let's go up a little bit quicker, it's taking too long. We'll get there in a minute.
Boeing 2-Tree 2 Romeo.
I'm trying.
Please expedite your climb. Flight level tree 50.
We're nearly there. There we go. Okay, we'll look to do our descent now in just a second. Hello, feed Conrad.
232 inbound to Tel Aviv. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 35,000 feet and at an airspeed of 250 knots. It's 10:51, and we should expect a smooth flight all the way. On behalf of all crew members, thank you for flying with us today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight. Thank you.
Let's go. Skip descent. We'll bring our sim rate right down because it'll be too fast, too high, too slow, too low, or however it usually does it. So we'll bring our sim rate down straight away.
Flaps over speed.
There we go. Told you. So as soon as we even get in, flaps over speed. So we'll bring those flaps up immediately.
Boeing 2-Tree 2 Romeo, climb and maintain 5,000, expect ILS runway 30 approach.
But we haven't got any avionics at the moment. Let's work out where we are. This is the problem with skipping to descent, is you never know where you are. So I'm on the final approach. There you go, there's the aviator performance because we're too fast apparently. So I need these avionics to kick in really. Okay, do you know what? I'll land this without any gauges. Four, 5, 6, so we're good. Okay, we've got the standard porpoising that we usually get. Fuel lights come on, but we've got 16. There we go.
Climb and maintain 5,000, expect ILS runway 30 approach via Limco transition. Clear to Limco. Boeing 2-Tree 2 Romeo.
Boeing 2-Tree 2 Romeo, contact Ben Gurion Tower on 132.1 when inbound.
Trying.
Tower on 1-Tree 2.1. Captain, we should slow to below 463 kilometers per hour until we have passed 10,000 feet.
I can't get my engines back. See if I can do it. Wait, let me get my engines back because we've got no avionics. I can't do anything. So, best bet we've got at the moment is the autopilot. At the moment.
Tower, Boeing 2-Tree 2 Romeo. miles southeast, inbound ILS runway 30 approach.
Boeing 232 Romeo, Ben Gurion
Can't do anything yet at the moment.
QNH 1009er. Cleared ILS runway 30 approach.
Cleared ILS runway 30 approach. Boeing 232 Romeo.
Can't do anything at the moment until I get my avionics. Can't do anything until I get my avionics. Like, the aircraft's not letting me do a single thing. So we need these computer screens back. I don't even know why I bothered. I can land it, but because I need at least that gauge working there. This memory issue has got to sort itself out. So I'll do a U-turn, and I'll fly it myself. We've got the porpoising at the moment. Just need my screens back. PS5, Asobo, Microsoft Flight Simulator, come on, man. Help me out. It's not, I can't even do altitude hold, look. Do you know what? Let's do it ourselves. And let's hope that the autopilot, let's hope the auto throttle sorts itself out. Need those screens to hurry up and come back on though. So I've had a full avionics failure now essentially. I mean, luckily I can see just outside for my speeds. Engines are either full on or full off. That's all I've got to manage it. Now I can't see where I am. Landing gear's coming down. This is so stupid. Look, I've either got full throttle or I've got nothing because of the avionics issue in this. I hate flying from outside, but I'm going to have to for this. I need to see that runway. Honestly, it's ruining my day. Like, how am I... I'm either having to go full throttle or 0. That's all I've got. So this is literally an emergency, this one. I'm at emergency / panic stations. I'll still land it, but my god, well, I'm going to have to land it from outside. I can't manage my speed, look. I can't see my speed inside. Because yeah, look, because the screens have gone, I've either got full throttle or I've got no throttle. So I'm going to manage my speed, because if I overspeed it, I'm going to break my flaps. It's ridiculous. But I've got the airport, I think. I think that's the airport in there. I think.
Boeing 232 Romeo, wind 275 at 4. Cleared to land runway tree 0.
Clear to land runway tree 0. Boeing 2 tree 2 Romeo.
Full throttle going on again. Ridiculous this. This is ridiculous. How can I do this with no engines? But I'm in with no engines, come on. There we go. No, don't do that. How the hell I managed to do that, I will never know. How I managed to get that down, I will never know. Come on, brake. It's not even braking now.
Boeing 232 Romeo, exit runway when able.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but it's broken. The sim is broken. And look, I'm not even at full throttle. I'm in reverse thrust at the moment. I can't do anything. Look, as soon as I press any form of engine, it just goes max. I've either got max engines or I've got nothing.
Boeing 232 Romeo, turn next taxiway.
It takes the enjoyment out of this game.
Boeing 232 Romeo, contact ground on 121.75.
Just gonna skip the shutdown. I haven't got the mental capacity to be dealing with this. Oh, bugger off, honestly.
Boeing 232 Romeo, please acknowledge.
Yeah, I acknowledge. Stupid game. Right, let's have a look, see how I did. Stupid sim. Considering the issues I had, that's not too bad. Considering the issues we had with that, I'm happy with that. Right, that's it. That's me tonight. Thank you very much for viewing. Goodbye.